Hey, welcome to Watercooler. Thank you so much for tuning in. You know how the show goes. I, Chris Locks, am on a kick it with my Cruel Digital Bud and Matt and Kalen. With me today, all the way in NoHo, CA, we got Mike Dawson.
What up?
That's right. Oh, another. He wanted an encore of a lick.
I did. It was a good look.
He got it. Thank you.
Yep.
And then all the way also in NoHo, CA, it's Kalen Bean.
What's going on?
Hey, Kalen, and you also have a flicking and a QU coming up too, so I'm excited. And then all the way in Austin, Texas, you know who it is. It's Matt Fondelier, of course.
Hey, brother.
Hey, Matt. So, guys, happy week of the 4th. Now, the 4th of July was on a Tuesday, which is fun. I don't remember 4th of July as ever not being on a weekend. I don't know why. So I was curious to see what everyone was going to do. Do they take that Monday off? Like, is it when is the observed 4th of July? Is it because it makes more sense to do it maybe on that Monday and attach it to the weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're just going to change America's birthday every year?
You can't do that, Chris. That's not how it
Damn,
works.
you're goddamn communist.
It's on the Tuesday. Might be the worst day for it to be on.
Disagree. Hard disagree.
Wednesday. It's a Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wednesday
Wednesday's perfectly
is the
good.
only day that it's shitty. Frankly, a Tuesday or Thursday, you're golden, baby. You got that. You get that that extra day no matter what you do.
The best day it could be on is either Friday or Saturday. The worst day. Oh, okay. Yeah, worst day is Wednesday. But when it's on a Tuesday, I found a lot of people celebrating it on the Monday because, or like the Monday night, because you have the next day off. So you're going to drink. It's like Super Bowl. You're going to drink, and then you have to work the next day after getting day drunk. It's the worst. So, yeah, my band played a 4th of July party or 4th of July bash on the 3rd, the night of the 3rd.
Sweet pool party?
No, it was like a huge thing in Long Beach. Like they light the whole marina up, and it was a big
Good
deal.
for you, dude.
Like the kind of event where they close off the streets.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. Oh, some weird thing happened though. So, we were playing and like we were told, okay, the big fireworks show's at 9:00. So you guys play from like 6:30 to 9, and then after the fireworks show, play another hour or something. You know, just and then keep the party going, and that's fine with us. So we're playing. Of course, we end right at 9, and it was like clockwork. The second our last chord hit, the fireworks started happening. So it almost seemed planned, like the fireworks were working with us. So these huge fireworks are going off, and then I decided, okay, now's my time for a bathroom break while this big fireworks show's happening. And the way you get to the bathroom for this particular venue is you have to go up the stairs, and it's like to this like office building, and then they have these bathrooms for the whole office area. And it's like go up the stairs. I noticed a ton of people run out of one of the bars and through these 2 glass doors and onto this beautiful balcony that overlooks the marina, and you get the most prime view of fireworks. And I thought, noted. So I go to the bathroom, and I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna go on this balcony because it seems like it's a fair game. So I walk through these double glass doors into this fancy office building, start walking out to the balcony, and as I turn to walk outside the balcony, I'm stopped. And a guy just goes, "Can I help you, sir?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just looking for my friend
Joel. Matt.
Yeah.
I was
You
not.
know them?
I was not that sharp because I wasn't expecting to get stopped. That Joel or Matt would have been great, but I just went, just looking for my friend, and I'm checking to see if he's out here, and I look, and the balcony, it is a family of black people, and I'm like, okay, so they all know each other, and they don't know me, and I'm obviously the outsider here. So I go, oh yeah, I look to the man. He was nice. Very assertive, dominant, whatever.
Security?
Tall.
Like a security guard?
No, he works there. It's like he must own that office building, like this particular office. And I go, oh, it's not up here. I'll be okay. I'm gonna go head out. And I turn around and walk away. And he goes, oh wait, hey. There are other parties going to these other offices. Let's go to the other ones and let's see if we can find your buddy. And I'm just like,
oh no.
No, I'm good. I think, I'm
Not
trying to get a
time
hold
to be
of him.
helpful, buddy.
I'm just gonna get, it's like, no, nonsense. Let's go here. And he
this
takes
guy's
me.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, so now he's leaving
Yeah.
the fireworks show to help me
fucking
find
great.
my friend. My in quotes, right?
Chris.
I'm like, God, dude. So So he's walking like, how about this office? There's a lot of people like, I don't see him out there. And he's taking me to all the different balconies in this office building where it's
You
like,
gotta
like
be getting an
basically box
emergency
seats.
phone call. This is when
Oh
you're
my
like,
God.
hold on a sec, I gotta take this, and then
you're
you gotta.
outside. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. This is the
Yeah,
parachute
okay.
pull, dude. You
That's-
gotta get out of
I
this.
know. And he's like, how about this one? This is how about this place right here? This is a big, they just had a big group run in. I bet your friend's in there. Hey, Dave, get out here. Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Now this guy walks up. He just walks in. Like, hey, what's going on? Hey, I think this guy's here with you. He's looking for his buddy. I think he might be in your group. And then he's like, oh, hey, I'm Dave. What's your buddy's name? I'm like, Eric.
Good call.
And then
That's
he's like,
good. That's solid.
yeah. And then he looks at me and he goes, Eric.
No, you want something that's not solid in this situation. You want something that is not going to be probably somebody in that room right there.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's-
really?
by the way, in
Okay,
the
so
background,
you don't
there's
wanna
just
find
fi-
somebody.
There's just huge fireworks going off. I'm already
Could've just
over
dropped
it.
the
Yeah,
cable
you've
and they
ruined
would've been
the-
like, yeah, no. There's nobody like that in here.
Yeah. I don't need this. But let's go. Eric. And he looks at me and goes, Eric? Eric, what's his last name? And I look and he's holding a whiskey. And I literally just go, Eric Jameson?
Oh no.
And he just looks me dead in the eye and goes, your friend's name is Eric Jameson?
Yeah.
And I go, yeah. Is he there? And he goes, how do you know Eric? And I go, he's my neighbor.
Met him at a bar.
I'm so over this. Why? Stop asking questions. Just kick me out already. What are you doing?
Oh man.
And,
man.
So good.
And then he looks at me and goes, I don't think Eric's here. Sorry, but you're gonna have to go. And he like escorts me out. It's like, sorry, bud. And then closes the door behind me. Don't let the door hit your way out. And then fine. I go
Yeah.
downstairs, watch the fireworks with everybody else.
The
And
last
then-
2 minutes of the fireworks.
Yeah, right. And then I'm just like, I can't believe that happened. Whatever. And then we start playing. And about 3 songs into the set, Dave walks down and he just sees my band playing. And he walks in and sits down and watches us. And now I'm just playing, I'm singing songs, and I'm just sweating, like looking, I'm like, why are you here, dude? Why are you here? Leave me alone.
He
Stop
fucking loves
haunting
Eric
me.
Jameson. He
Stop
wants to.
haunting me. He's trying to he wants to meet this Eric guy.
Oh, that's great.
It was
That's
hilarious.
so
And then after the
painful.
show, he comes up to me and he goes, hey, no, he puts his hand out to shake my hand. He goes, hey, no hard feelings at all, but your band fucking rocks. And then that was it. And then he
Alright.
walked away.
Good. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's tough when it starts with a no hard
Did you tell
feelings,
him-
but and then
Yeah.
he complimented you.
Yeah.
Did you tell him you're available to play balconies during fireworks?
I should have. Oh my God. But
that's
yeah,
so
that
good,
was
Chris.
I didn't have the Matt or Joel energy or Matt. Yeah, really Matt and Mike energy. I wasn't really trying to swindle anybody any more than just, oh, my friend's here. Oh no. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Leaving.
And I realized, Kalen, you did have the right idea. I misunderstood. I thought you should want to call out a name so that someone at the party would then like acknowledge you. But you're right. As soon as Eric looks at you
Yeah, right.
and goes, "Who the fuck are you?" Then you're like, "Shit, I should
Yeah.
have said, some wild ass name."
Yeah.
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 Good call. Well, note to self.
Note to self. And then, the next day, spent the 4th with some friends. It's just like I went to my buddy's house in Orange County, and the whole neighborhood is just like Mad Max Fury Road, all desert vehicles, dirt bikes, ATVs, golf carts with like 30 people on. Well, that's exaggerating, like 10 people. There's a pickup truck with an inflatable pool in the back, just with kids just bouncing around, like complete chaos, just like taking over the streets until the fireworks went off that night, and had a blast. And then went home. Long Beach sounded like a war zone with all the fireworks going off for hours, but it was my son's first 4th of July. Handled it like a champ. Wasn't alarmed at all by any like fireworks or stuff, and
Well
it worked
done.
out. Yeah. How about you guys? What'd you guys do?
I have like a non-story, so I'll go next, which is that we have a puppy and an old dog, and frankly didn't want to be away from them during fireworks. So we had like a little pool party with some friends that have a pool, and in the evening, we literally watched a movie, and everyone went to bed pretty early. Actually, there are fireworks going off outside. I didn't really see fireworks, but all good, no problems here.
Nice.
Yep. How about you guys?
My neighborhood, or rather Amy's neighborhood, is so fucking awesome when it comes to 4th of July, because where I grew up in the San Fernando Valley, fireworks are illegal. You can get like sparklers and like those little spinny things that spin on the ground, and that's it. Like so I never had like cool fireworks growing up. We would just go somewhere and watch, all the big ones light off. But down where I live, they sell tons of fireworks, and everybody in the whole neighborhood is just like lighting them off left and right. So, we did like a little thing for the kids. They rode around on their bikes, like a fire truck led them around.
Oh,
Went
that's
to
cool.
every block is a block party, and they got like inflatables all for the kids. There was a bunch of like grown-ups doing like flip cup and stuff in the middle of the street. And then
Wow.
and then I walked down to the local fireworks shack and bought like $50 worth of fireworks, and then came. Yeah, it was pretty fun just placing them in the middle of the street, going up, lighting them up, and running back. And the kids loved it. This is the first year they actually liked fireworks. The past couple years, they just did not like the loud noises. And then when I ran out, we just walked like 4 houses down, and them and their neighbor across the street had the like $200 firework pack. So they were just lighting them off. So it was pretty fucking fun.
Nice. Well, somebody is supplying the San Fernando Valley, Kalen. Because
well, they're driving down to Long Beach, and then they're buying them and coming and driving them back up.
It's gnarly. One of my neighbors must have put like $5,000 into it. I mean, we're talking canisters, and then shooting off like 10 at a time.
Set some
And they're
fire,
right-
some car lines
right
off.
by my house. Like the fireworks are just right there in fucking in front of your face. But I got my ping pong table set up, and Darius and Rainen came over, and we played a little table tennis.
Hell
Yeah.
Dang,
What's the
you
difference
got
between ping
bocce,
pong
you
and
got
table tennis?
Table tennis is classier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Agreed.
that's right. You have to wear a suit and tie when you play table
Yes, you
tennis.
Yes.
Yeah.
I miss ping pong. God damn it, I love it so
What about
much.
reading and writing?
Not as much. I still do that regularly.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't need to miss that.
Yeah, come back over to CA and play some PP. All right. Well, look, we got some comments here. Matt has a Shay. I can't wait to hear. So why don't we do some comments? Here we go.
Now it's time for listener comments.
All right, and these are our comments delivered to us by you, the listeners, and those who have joined our very own Facebook group. And if you're not a part of this group, you're missing out. It's so easy to join. Just go to facebook.com/groups/BoBoBoy Army Worldwide LLC. Answer a few questions. We might let you in. And yeah, my favorite place on the internet. Such good people. So
I love that we got worldwide in there.
Yeah.
And I do know that we have fans all across the globe.
We do.
You might be able to only count them on one hand, but I love it. We're
No.
worldwide, baby.
Yeah. Hey, hey, worldwide's worldwide.
Yeah.
So Dan,
Worldwide Army, by the way. I don't know. This is starting to feel a little militaristic to me.
look,
Sorry.
whatever, we're united.
All right.
Dan Egloff, he says, loved hearing the boys give some praise to Guster last week. I saw them on that same tour with Bare Naked Ladies, and I've seen them at least 25 times since. Their best albums are Keep It Together and Lost and Gone Forever, but they've quietly put out some great albums and singles since, never straying from their style like many bands do late in their careers. They also hilariously released their entire album, Keep It Together, with all the lyrics replaced with meows. It's genius. It's on Spotify. I love that. Yeah, that sounds
Genius?
right. Genius. Well, geniuses. He says they're geniuses. I
Okay.
love Guster.
I got to
Okay.
say, it's definitely a band that, to me, is emblematic of my late high school. But every time I listen to their stuff, I love it. They're great.
Yeah. You're always gonna like what you listen to in high school. It's just how it goes.
Yeah, I think so.
Jacob Morales asks, "What is the most important American movie on the 4th?" Let's keep it to the classics. Feel free to add some contenders. In the lead right now in the poll is Independence Day.
Yep.
A close second, The Patriot. And then in third place, Team America. Are those the
Only
three?
Here's the problem with The Patriot, and I love The Patriot. It is about 3 hours long. So it's a little bit of a slog. And also a dude watches his family get murdered in
Yeah,
very brutal ways.
It's
not
like
really
kind of a
romp.
downer.
Yeah, it's a bit of a downer. I wanted to watch Independence Day yesterday, but you know, that's
didn't?
marital was for you. Yeah, you got to compromise. Love's about compromise.
What'd you watch instead?
We ended up watching Ace Ventura:
Deep
Pet
Impact?
Detective,
Oh.
which has nothing to do with 4th of July or America, but
Still
we just
good,
wanted to
though.
put something stupid and funny on, and it did not disappoint.
One?
Good.
Yeah, the first one, which
Okay.
I put the over under at about 40 in terms of times that I've seen it. So
Yeah. For some reason, I watched Enemy of the State, which
there you go.
yeah,
It's not
but
bad.
Not really uplifting.
not really uplifting, but damn, I love it. I freaking love that movie.
Great though.
All right, Jim Curtis. He shared a thing from the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. There was a woman named Elizabeth Salgado competing, but her nickname
Oh yeah.
Glizzy Lizzy. She went by Glizzy Lizzy.
Oh,
I like that.
that's good. I don't know if we could take credit for that. I feel like the glizzy phenomenon came long before us.
Yeah,
We may have popularized it.
I think that's what happened. I'm not taking
Yeah.
credit for
Okay.
the origin by any means, but you know, if in the Wikipedia, it'd be nice to be mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
You know, popularized by.
Wikipedia.
Yeah. Did you watch that eating contest, Kalen?
I wanted to, I went to, but it was delayed by a lightning storm.
Yep.
And I guess by the time it resumed, I was, off with the family romping around the neighborhood, but I was trying to watch it. I even watched last year's that they were replaying over the weekend to get in the spirit of it. But yeah, Joey Chestnut, he's fallen off a little bit. I mean, he's still the king, but
He's not
doesn't-
falling off. How's he falling off? He
He
beat the
broke
other
the
guy by
record with
14 dogs.
Yeah, but he broke the record with 76 2 years ago. And then last year, I think he did 63. And then this year, I think he was in the 60s also. I mean, I'm
Well,
just
Kalen, there's a 2-hour delay, so your mind's not in it. Everybody went less than what they thought they were going to do. And he's already 14 dogs ahead. He's just looking to win. Just get the ring. Get another mustard belt.
Yeah,
he's
he needs
getting
the
the belt. That's a given. At this point, you're trying to break your own record. He's going against himself, and he knows it. No one's taking him down. So if he's going against himself, he's underperforming.
Then what's the
all I'm saying?
Then what's the point of having the other people there?
It's a show, it's second place. Battle for second. They probably get a little cash prize too.
If you had to go up against Joey Chestnut, Kalen, in an eating contest, but it's the food of your choice.
There's just I would probably pick like I don't know, like a ribeye steak and some lobster tails.
Oh, you just want to enjoy it?
Yeah, there's no way I'm winning, so I might as well just eat something.
I think there's one thing you can
something
win.
super expensive.
I think there's
but
one thing.
Don't say wings because I think
he has the wings record. It's
Yeah.
not wings. He ate like 400 wings in like 12 hours. It's
Yeah,
not wings.
Yeah. What is it?
Lemons. I bet you could eat more lemons than him.
I doubt it.
I don't think
Yeah,
his
I think you're
cow
on
can
the
handle
That
right-
it.
guy's a
I
machine.
think you're on the right path with that, Chris, because what you got to do, I mean, the guy's a professional eater. He's unbeatable, right?
Yeah.
So what you got to do is you got to fuck with his system. And
Yeah.
I would say like ghost peppers.
Go. Oh yeah. See,
No,
yeah. You
fuck
just have to
that.
do something where
Put him in
it's will.
pain. That's the
Yeah.
only way you're going to win.
Bring him down to your level. So Kalen would
Yeah.
be lemons. Dawson would be cigarettes. Matt, what about you? If you had to go up against Joey Chestnut, but you pick the food
Oh man.
to give
My
yourself a chance.
Yeah, my instinct is something like slices of pizza, but I feel like a lot of
No.
people
Oh,
can just
get
fucking do that.
out
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
dude.
there's no way.
Why'd you pick miso soup?
Miso soup. You know what? Now that you mention it, I'll fucking chuck some miso soup.
How
faster
many
than that
miso
guy.
soups can you eat in 12 minutes?
Never tested it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long do
It's
they
pretty
get?
mild.
How long do they get to eat hot dogs?
10 minutes.
10
10
minutes. He ate 62 yesterday.
I watched the 30 for 30 on him versus what was the Japanese guy that whole
Kobayashi.
Yeah,
Kobayashi.
Kobayashi.
30 for 30 about their competition, and you see him like training in his garage for just eating, and he's like doing like jaw exercises, and it's ridiculous. It's absolutely
Yeah. What would the Rocky IV montage be of Joey Chestnut's training?
it's like him in his garage, and he's like biting down on like like a football player's mouthpiece essentially that they wear in their helmets. It's like him like just biting down on that over and over and over again. On top of, I mean, he's doing weird like curls to like exercise his neck and the muscles in his neck and in his jaw. It's ridiculous.
So is it so
The guy trains. He
Yeah.
trains.
So I mean, look, he trains. It's on Sports Center is this a sport? Is this a real sport? Kalen, your thoughts?
Yeah. After watching how this guy trains, I would say, yeah, it is a sport.
So he's an athlete.
He is an athlete. And by that measure, he's probably the most dominant athlete.
Oh no, he is.
Sports.
He has more
He has more
rings than
titles
Bill
than-
Russell, Brady, Yogi Berra. Matt,
He is also he's pushing his body. You know, like the best athletes are pushing themselves to greater and greater heights, and in this case, it's widths. And I don't think that's wrong.
I love that. So Matt says just Dawson. What about you?
Certainly a competition, but it's not a sport.
Why? Because he's not running in
Yeah.
place.
What's going
up?
on? He trains. He's training
He's
muscles.
moving his arms. I don't want to make the jerk off motion here, but you know, he's
Well,
going
then
for
stop
it,
doing
dude.
it, Matt.
Yeah, I should.
It's not a sport. It's a game.
Hmm.
Bocce is not a sport.
Eating is a
It's a
game.
game.
Golf.
Competitive eating is a game. Yes, it's not
Golf.
a sport.
Golf is a sport or game.
Golf's a sport. When I play,
Golf
it's a
is
game.
a sport. Eating is a sport. The way they do it.
Yeah.
How about Frolf?
You mean Dolph
Yeah. Dolph.
Lundgren?
Frolf Dungan. So
I have no idea.
I think I was on
Lundgren is
Dawson's
not a sport. It's a game.
before this year. I was on Dawson's side, but then after watching just the accolades of Mr. Chestnut and hearing about his training, his regiment, his
Go watch his
discipline.
30 for 30 and then tell me this ain't a sport.
Yeah. And also, we want to know
He's
something else?
No.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
not like some big fat ass. He looks like a regular guy. Like if you hear about a competitive eating champion, 16-time competitive eating champion, I would expect to see like somebody who's having to take their diabetes medication a few times a day.
And that's
But he looks
only
okay.
Nathan's hot dogs. I mean, the amount of records he holds for other foods is crazy.
Interesting.
16-time champion, Nathan's hot dogs alone. He does it year round. He competes year round.
Yeah.
Also,
name anything, he probably has the record for eating it.
in the column of being an athlete, let us all never forget the chick who farted in a jar and she got sent to the hospital after like 6 months. Can you imagine what this guy's bowels are going through after consuming 64 hot dogs? This man is a giant among men, and I'm not talking about the size of the poops.
Well, if
Yeah.
it's a sport, then poker's a sport.
I mean, is it not?
Have you seen?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then when
poker
have you
does feel
seen
more
it?
like
Have
a-
you seen these guys like lift up their shirts after a contest and just seeing what it does
Ugh.
to their stomachs?
Ugh.
It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
I'm picturing that moment in Aliens
kinda
where
wanna
that
see
creature
that
comes
now.
out of him.
Yeah. You Google it later, Doss. You can find it
Yeah.
at like lemonparty.org or something like that. The I was thinking what I would eat versus Joey Chestnut. And I think it'd be goat because I'd want to eat goat against the goat.
Eat a goat.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that's good.
And then
Is
to,
it
to
weird to-
declare the goat.
Is it weird to be like, I could do like Sour Patch Kids? Let's go.
Yeah, because it would really just be who gets sick first. Right? Oh yeah, what do you get sick of? Swedish fish. Let's just go. Let's go.
Let's just go Swedish redfish, dude. I'll put down like 10 boxes of that shit. Let's go.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, anyway, congratulations to Mr. Chestnut. We're very proud of you. All right. Well, look, we
That
got.
comes from the entire Bobo army
Does it-
worldwide.
Does it help that his last name's a food?
Is that his real last
Does
name?
it help?
That's my
Does it
question.
help? Do you think Chestnuts? He is his nickname.
That's his real name.
This is real.
Well, we now have an on the
You can be called. You
sideline
can be
reporter.
called. You can be called whatever you want, Joey. What do you want to be called, Mr. Competitive Eater? Joey Chestnut, please. No, of course it's his last name, and it's awesome. It's a good last name. It's classy, yet it's still edible.
And what about his nickname? You know his nickname?
The nut.
Jaws.
Jaws. Yeah.
Jaws. Yeah,
That's better than
aptly
the
put.
nut.
All right, so those listening, we have another member of the Watercooler who just joined, Gary Smith, all the way in
What's up?
OCCA. What up, Gary?
What's up, guys? Good to see you
Hey,
all.
brother.
We're just reading some comments here, and you signed on at just the right time. Because Tony Magbanoa, he asks, which Will Smith soundtrack anthem is the best? Men in Black, Wild Wild West, the Fresh Prince theme. And then there's one that says "fuck that guy," but that was added by somebody else. So, yeah, those are the three: Men in Black,
Is
Wild
fuck
Wild
that
West.
guy winning?
No, it's not, Doss. Unfortunately, it's just tied for second. So, Let's see. We kind of went over this over the Patreon because we did a whole episode talking about us millennials who grew up with Will Smith. But Gary wasn't on that episode, and when he saw the title and he saw what we were talking about, he was upset because he had a lot to say. He had a lot to contribute. What's your history with Will Smith?
I mean, I'm a full millennial. I think that's just undeniable. I've seen all the man's work, and aside from questionable award ceremony behavior, I think he's a treasure.
Yeah, I agree. And in fact, I just mentioned I watched Enemy of the State starring Mr. Will Smith. So Fresh Prince theme, by the way, in a huge lead for first place. And then Men in Black and Wild Wild West, neck and neck.
I just feel like overall, it's really more the fault of the movie. Wild Wild West, I just don't think that's going to stand the test of time the way that Men in Black will. That's just me.
Especially when we learn that aliens are actually real and they're here.
Exactly.
And it's going to be a documentary.
Correct.
Yeah.
But
Gary,
hasn't Men in Black tarnished itself by going to the umpteenth fucking sequel?
I agree. But there's only been one
the sequel
rap song.
that bad.
No, 2 was fine, Kaylin.
Yeah.
I'm more referring to the one where they like tried to add in the Helmsworth brother and like they went too far with it.
Oh yeah, we just don't pay attention to that. It's just lost in the ether at this point.
There's some movies that come out or sequels where we as an audience collectively go, oh no, that one doesn't count. That one doesn't count.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, sorry. We all are like, all right. I mean, there are some times when the franchises just do it, like Halloween, and just go, hey, Halloween 2 through H2O never happened. We're starting over. Like, okay.
Reboot.
Yeah, so I mean, it's all, with the multiverse, anything's possible, I guess. But
How do you feel about the ones where like Fast and the Furious did this? I'm sure there's other ones where it's like, no, like it's not the order they came out in. You have to watch them in this order because that's the way the timeline works.
Like Star Wars, for instance, right? Star Wars does that.
Yeah, Star Wars, the most egregious one, in my opinion, is Fast and the Furious. They just had to figure out how to account for Tokyo Drift, and it just...
You're right. Because the Fast and Furious's problem was they wrote and made these movies not thinking about it being a franchise, and then when they want to tie it all together, they were like, oh well, we can just pretend we never said what year it was when we did that one, so let's just say it was in the future.
Who's going to notice that guy lost a lot of his hair?
Yeah.
Now it's a prequel though.
It's all
they tried to do that with the Breaking Bad movie, the
El Camino,
which was great.
Yeah,
but Todd
yeah.
had gained like 50 pounds in the prequel ? Like
you're
running
right,
parallel to the series.
You're
it was
completely
pretty
right.
good though.
But once again, we as an audience went, we're okay. It's okay.
Yeah, we're good. He's such a good actor.
He's so good. He's so good. Ryan Scripps, he wrote in a comment. He says, I'm in Nassau, Bahamas. Did I say that right? Nassau?
NASA.
The one that goes to space?
See, I didn't want to confuse it with NASA. Nassau.
Yeah, but it's NASA.
He says, I just ordered a Reuben sandwich at a pub kind of place at the resort, and the bartender asked me how I wanted it, rare, medium rare, or done. I'm not sure if it's confusion about my confusion or my confusion about the question was a bigger discomfort concerning that transaction. Am I the idiot? I just assumed pastrami is pastrami. Updates to follow, but I did tell him medium rare. What do you guys think?
I agree. This is an obscene and insane exchange to have. There's obviously some cultural difference happening here. I think you did the right thing. I think you ordered it correctly. I hope you got a decent meal out of it.
Is this some sort of like, because I feel like people get real loosey-goosey with the term Reuben. Like, is it possible this is not a pastrami-based sandwich? I've seen
it's in the Bahamas. Who knows what the fuck a Reuben is?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, what their version of a Reuben is.
Right.
Well,
plus
his update
was
he ordered medium rare. He says update. It was just pastrami as expected. For a $28 resort bar Reuben sandwich, it was fine, bordering on an all right.
So if he had asked for it cooked more, this gentleman was prepared to
cook it more?
Cook the pastrami? Like the sliced deli pastrami on the grill?
Pastrami doesn't exist raw. Pastrami is a cured meat.
It's right there in the name. Pastrami.
It's not uncooked. It can be served cold or hot, but you don't have to cook pastrami.
Yeah,
Right.
I think Austin's right. It gets cooked. It gets cooked when it becomes pastrami.
Right. Hence the absurd conversation.
Weird.
Right.
That's the Bahamas, man. They got a bunch of tax loops down there. So, what are you gonna do?
They got pastrami loops too.
They got
People don't talk
pastrami
about
loops.
Most people talk about the tax loops, but you know what? They got pastrami loops down
You
there.
gotta watch. Yeah, you gotta watch out for the pastrami loops. Matt's right. This is a big deal that people need to focus on more.
Breaking news.
Matt, was he gonna go into like a bar? He said he was at a bar. I went to a bar, like a cocktail bar, pretty nice, hoity-toity cocktail bar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was Jen's birthday last week, and she wanted, we had our first date night. Had just went out for a couple hours, got dinner and a drink, and then went home back to the baby. But we had our mom watch him. So we went to a cocktail bar, and it's like a newer one in Long Beach. It's and very well thought out drinks. Everything was great, and the drink I ordered, Matt. Let me see if you approve of this. It was called the Velvet Fog. Gin.
I'm
He
done. I'm
approved.
done.
Already
Approved.
Matt, he's already pre-approved.
Velvet
The Velvet
Fog.
Fog.
Think of what that creates in your mind. Those words together. There's fog, but it feels nice. Oh, I'm so in.
Gin,
Okay.
California Amaro, honeydew, passion fruit, poblano, citrus, and clarified milk.
Hello.
It was a pepper, right?
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
that doing with honeydew?
Oh, well, I will tell you, it was one of the best cocktails I've ever had.
Okay.
Fantastic. And to the point where everyone at the table, because we had a little bit of a group, they all took a sip. That was what everyone ordered moving on
Next
after that.
round.
Yeah, next round.
Perfect.
So it was great, right? But here's my thing. So somebody bought me that first round, but then I went to the bar to order the next round, and everyone wanted that. So I go, okay, let's get a few Velvet Fogs here. So the guy lines up the glasses. I'm like, okay, I'm going to see this guy in action. He puts that big, super clear ice cube, like that oversized ice cube, but you barely could see it because it's so clear. The water's so good.
Sphere.
No, cube,
Square.
which is superior to the sphere, I think. And then he pulls out this bottle, this nice bottle, like the swing top, opens it up. I don't even know what it is, and pours it in. And then he puts a lime on it and pushes it to me.
Oh, so they pre-make.
Oh,
Remixed
wow.
stuff.
Freaking pre-made. And now it's losing its luster
The
a little
magic
bit.
is gone.
Losing
bad
its
that?
luster a little bit. Is
I
that
have to
okay?
say, you know,
That's how it's done.
here's what I'm gonna say,
Maybe
dude.
there were some places that Matt goes to where it's not done like that, but go to a tiki bar that makes every drink, and you will wait a long time to get a fucking drink.
Yeah. So I'm sure it helps with ticket times, but just
That's what I'm
am I paying
wondering.
for a show? Like, am I paying like? I mean, look, it's tasted phenomenal. If had I not known, it still would have been one of the best cocktails I've ever had. But it really ruined the illusion here.
I think that's where they went wrong because you prefaced this all by saying that you went to a fancy cocktail bar.
Oh yeah.
And so the understanding is that these drinks are being made to order. Now, there are some amazing places out here in Austin that have incredible like draft cocktails, and they'll just like a draft beer, they'll just go to the wall and pull the switch down, and it's an incredible drink. But that's at a bar where they have like a turnover where there's just like 50 people in line constantly, and like it was a little weird at first, but I came to be okay with it. But if you're going to like a fancy cocktail bar, that seems a little weird to like do it in front of you or whatever and just have you see that it's all pre-mixed.
Yeah.
I'm not digging that. They
Well,
should've
here's the thing.
hid
So I
that.
guess the clarified milk part means it has to be, because it's like a process that you have to do. But still, I need the illusion. At least pour it in there, take it away where I can't see you, come back in a minute, and then just bring it back all done.
Speaking of
You wanted to
illusions,
see him put the poblano in there.
Yeah.
dude.
speaking of illusions and fancy bars, I have seen Matt go to a fancy bar where they delivered him his drink out of a barrel that was sitting behind the bar, and they just poured it right into the glass, all pre-mixed. And I can tell you that Matt had several of them and was just fine with that particular approach at that place. You know where I'm referring to, and the illusions was a bit of a hint.
Good call.
Magic Castle?
Magic
That's
Cat.
right.
Ah.
Neil Patrick Harris barrel-aged old fashions. I got blackout drunk. It's
Really?
been documented on this show. We've talked about it before.
Okay.
It was a night I'll always forget.
Yes. A night I'll never forget.
I have a good Magic Castle story at the bar too. Remind me next time. We'll dive into that one too because it's pretty weird. All right, let's see. Eric Lepore says, "I was a fireman for 22 years. We just called walkie-talkies radios."
He was a fireman for 22 years. That dude's like my age.
Well, don't you feel like a loser? Because I do.
Seriously,
I feel
dude.
very old.
You should have been
Yeah.
a fucking firefighter, man.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Good on you, for.
Thanks, Eric. Yeah. And yeah, they are called radios. I don't know why I was so
Yeah,
onto
I was
the
thinking the same
walkie-talkies.
thing. How did I not fucking? That's what we fucking called them. Was radios.
Yeah. Let's.
You gotta
let's-
say it like a little kid, though. If you're not gonna say walkie-talkie, you have to say wadio.
Wadio,
the
walkie-talkie.
wadio.
Hey
Anybody
guys,
feel
grab your
me?
wadios. I'll be on channel
Yeah,
4 on the wadio.
Exactly.
Let's see here. Brian Green says those rooftop tents that I'm obsessed with on top of the cars. They originated out of Australia. We're
Makes sense.
Figures.
we're
They do
about
everything
1 in the
backwards
10
there.
things that live on the ground could kill you or most likely can. So yeah, that tracks. Anyway, those are our comments, everybody. Thanks for writing in. Outros and Patreon. All right, so let's get to our next seggy here. I'm excited. We haven't done this one in a minute, but Kaylin has a quarter update.
Let's play quarters.
Oh, I'm excited. Kaylin was telling me this one's epic. This one is the quarter update to triumph over all
Look at him.
quarter
He's like
updates.
It's like a
Did I say
poker
that?
player
Did
counting
I
his
say that?
chips.
I do. I gotta
Yeah.
arrange to make sure they're in the right order.
Hey,
Alright.
there's more than one, folks.
There's
Oh,
4.
they.
I've received 4 state quarters since my last.
Making a lot of.
Yeah,
You going in and out
yeah.
a lot? Making a lot of transactions? What's going on? How are you getting so many quarters?
Of course,
these
I'm
days?
going in and out a lot. I go to in and out like 4 times a week.
You go 4 times a week?
3 to 4. Yeah, probably.
3 to 4.
That tracks.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to eat healthy. Okay, so
yeah,
I,
dude. Lettuce wrap.
yeah, it's that and buffalo wings is my main source of
Protein.
food.
Nutrition?
Yeah. All right. First one I got here is Minnesota,
It
which
sounds unfamiliar.
it's a repeat. So
Oh.
here you go. Yeah,
Sorry,
we're-
Minnesota
Wow.
listeners.
Well, they already partied. They're good.
I'm the one dude in Minnesota like, let's do it. And they're like, bro, we partied like
Yeah.
6 months ago. Oh, cool.
Gene, we already did it.
Yeah.
Next up we have I don't have the figures in front of me, but I think it's the most common at this point. It's Massachusetts. It's up there with one of the
Why
most
do you have so many
We're not-
Massachusetts?
Why don't we
why are
just
they
stop
circulating so-
mentioning the Massachusetts ones at this point?
Yeah.
Why do I get so many more Massachusetts than there's like 20 states I still haven't even gotten yet.
How
and
about
I have
this? No
4
more.
or
Don't
5
even mention
Massachusetts.
repeats
That's the
anymore.
question.
Don't even mention repeats anymore unless they surpass the number of Massachusettses you have.
I am curious by the end of it all, once I finally reach the last state, like how many of each state
Years will
do
have
I
gone by.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm curious about the ratio of
Are you keeping track?
yeah, I have an Excel sheet. I just haven't updated it in a little while.
Yeah,
You really have a spreadsheet?
Yeah, I do.
Cool.
That's been updated in 3 years.
Yeah, I gotta update it again.
Yeah.
It's like
You have it
98
memorized? You
Excel.
ready to update it, Kaylin? Are you ready? You know how many Massachusetts you got?
I think it's 4. It's either 4 or 5.
That's a lot. Dude, that's a whole dollar's worth of Massachusetts. Jeez.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, number 3 here is Louisiana.
You have that.
I have that one.
Yeah, I know.
got that one very recently, actually. So it's weird I got it again.
Yeah, you
Kaylin,
started.
are you wasting our time? Because this is going to upset me.
What am I supposed to do? I got state quarters
Or,
here.
What are you supposed to do? Just say you don't have an update.
But I
What if you
got
started
state
doing,
quarters.
like-
I have
Do
them.
like an
can't just
alternate
say I
state
didn't-
fact. Like if you already have
Oh, I like
Massachusetts,
this.
tell us the Massachusetts state flower or the
Okay.
state animal.
I
Let's
like
get some other
that.
state facts in here. If we're gonna,
Educate
like,
us, man.
endure
You have a
having
chance.
to hear fucking Massachusetts for the 12th time.
Thank you. I love that.
See,
All
okay, yeah, that's a great idea.
Okay,
I
so
will,
do it-
I will find a
This is why
fun
I'm a
fact.
producer.
Do one for Louisiana right now.
Fun
Um,
fact.
They make
Gumbo.
gumbo.
There you go. Good
The
job.
fact that Dawson just
Good
pulled
job.
gumbo at the same time as you, Caleb.
Good
Come
job.
on.
That's all I thought of. They should just put
Works.
gumbo on the quarter. I don't even know what they're doing with this.
You know what the
fucking
sad
quarter.
part is? Everyone in Louisiana is like, fuck yeah, we do. Hell yeah, good fact, bro.
Yeah. Hell yeah, gumbo.
All right, yeah. And the last one here is I've been waiting for this one for so long.
Ooh, it's big.
Congratulations, Cali, baby.
Oh,
California.
Yeah.
Da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na,
Yeah.
da-na-na-na-na-na.
Wow, Matt.
Are we supposed to be
You
partying
didn't
now?
want to go going back to Cali. You went with the OC. There's a million anthems from our lifetime. You've lived here. Oh my god.
I liked it, Matt. I'm all for it.
I did too. I still had to make light of it.
You know what's great too is when I got it, like I didn't even realize that I had got it. I was taking inventory like earlier in the week, and I just pulled it out and didn't even realize it. I was so happy. And
Dude, you
I
could have
I
accidentally
got a
spent
Cali
that.
at some point, and here we
Yeah.
go.
Well, Kaylin, I was trying to help you out here. So I just quickly looked up some official things about Massachusetts, and I'm delighted to learn that the official state beverage is cranberry juice, which is tickling all of my departed.
I think
We could be learning this.
crowned it the beverage of the state after The Departed came out. I think once it came out, they went, okay, yeah, this is now the.
I didn't know states have beverages.
I didn't either. And, you know, there's got to be someone shouting because Massachusetts is, in fact, a commonwealth.
Yeah.
So.
Everybody in the comments, chime in with your state beverages. I'm curious to see what they are. All right. Well, anyway, thanks, Keelan. That was a great update. That actually worked out at the end. Even with
Welcome.
Yeah. So it was like The Wire. You know, everyone's like, oh yeah, the beginning's gonna suck, but it becomes really awesome as it goes. And yeah, he
Say
paid
that
it
about
off.
The Wire?
Yeah, people always say like The Wire, like, oh yeah, The Wire's the best show on TV, but you got to get through that first season. You ever
That's
heard
true.
that?
That's true. That it's not only is that something people say, but it's also an accurate statement.
Yeah. All right. Now it's time for our next segment. Let's do some Chiffon delay.
Oh no!
What type of foods might we hear of today? What might be the price? What might be the venue? So let's find out. It's time for Gary to say, hey, Matt.
What's on the menu?
Oh,
Wow,
so
weird.
good to hear it.
It's so fun. Oh,
Weird.
Woo! Welcome back, buddy.
I missed it.
thanks, dude.
All right, so let me tell you guys, there's a barbecue, like a fast food barbecue chain out here. It's called Bill Miller Barbecue.
Do they do
It's
ribs
actually-
in an hour?
It's actually pretty good. Like, it's not gonna like stand up against any of these amazing barbecue places out here, but like fast food barbecue, it's not bad. So we got that, but they had this peach cobbler, and we took a bite of it, and it just tasted like nutmeg. And it was just not a good peach cobbler. And that inspired my wife. She said, this 4th of July weekend, I'm going to be taking time off work. Let's make a peach cobbler. And so that's what I'm going to tell you guys about today. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying mistake number one was that the recipe was found in a magazine article in AAA magazine, which I don't think is where the chefs post their
Yeah.
recipe.
Well, I
Why?
don't know.
Wait, why?
Michelin Stars is, based off a tire company, so I feel
That's
like
true. You're right. You know what?
Oh.
You're right.
Oh.
But I'll just show you guys. I have the magazine article right here. It's called.
Why
Peachy
do wait?
Keen.
Do you
What
subscribe to
doctor's
AAA
office
magazine?
were you at? that
Yeah,
you
why do
found
you
a-
have
Yeah,
that?
I actually don't. I mean, we're obviously both AAA members because that's the premier
yeah, you
towing
want
service.
Yeah.
Not
Well, they
brought
send
to
you.
uh,
They do have a
they
monthly
just,
or a
it's called
quarterly
like
magazine.
Westways, right?
Yeah.
You know, it,
and I have a
Dawson.
trash can, Dawson.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Listen,
I never actually read it.
Never
This is
opened
married
the
life.
thing.
This
Right.
is married life,
But-
dude. I would throw it away instantly.
What and why? There's no part of it that just goes. Let's see online. Let's see what Bobby Flay does.
Yeah.
There's no.
If only you had a computer in your pocket.
Yeah.
If only we had access to other recipes. No, but I appreciate the ingenuity. And this recipe also, it called for 12 peaches.
That's too many peaches.
That's way too many peaches.
many
I'm
peaches.
sorry. I like a cobbler, but 12 peaches, that's
Yeah,
way too many.
That's a peach gobbler.
Matt, please tell me you had the Presidents of the United States of America song going in the background while
Oh,
you're
the whole time on loop
Good.
for the entire time we cooked. I was tasked with going to the supermarket and purchasing all the ingredients. Or I should say some of the ingredients, but most notably the peaches. We decided to cut the recipe in half. 6 peaches, much more reasonable, I think. This recipe is saying like they need to be like the right level of ripeness. And what I'm saying is this is way too much pressure. When I go to the supermarket and I'm gonna like be shopping for fruits and vegetables, I need like a fruit finder app that tells me
They have them.
the name may be problematic, but I want to know, like, why do I have to always look up what's the best peach? What's the best watermelon? Like this should just be obvious, but it's not. You guys have this experience when you're shopping for fruits?
Are you talking about like
different kinds of
how to like
watermelons?
find the best, like the most ripe watermelon?
Yeah, like you gotta, the trick about knocking on it or whatever the sound
Nah,
it makes. Or
Are
like,
you supposed to
each-
look at like
each
for like
fruit-
a yellowish color and like at the bottom
Yeah.
to like where it was sitting and like the veins? I don't know.
Exactly. You look at the color, you look at the veins. That's for a watermelon. But what do you do for a peach?
I don't know, Matt, but you're right.
I don't know. Do I know?
I've gotten to a point now.
You could feel. There's some fruits where you feel it out.
A little bit of
Like,
give,
you-
just a tiny
yeah,
bit of give.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A little
My
spongy.
wife did the really
It's a little-
demeaning thing where she started squeezing my arm and she's like, no, that's too mushy. No. And then she got hard to the wrist. She's like, yeah, like that thickness, like that. And I was like, what's up? What's wrong with the bicep? She's like, no, that'd be too ripe. It's too ripe. They need to be firmer than that. It's like, wow, this is really
Oh, yeah,
turning into
this is
a
insulting.
yeah, it really was.
I gotta be honest, Matt. It was during that exchange where you should have said, "Look, if you know, then why am I doing it?"
Yeah, exactly. Now here's problem number 2. The flour that we used. This was flour that I bought during the 2020 pandemic when everybody was flipping out about supplies and we needed flour and there was no regular flour. All there was this unbleached whole wheat flour.
Oh,
Ooh.
And I don't know why, but we're still using the same flour. It's 3 years old and it's unbleached whole
Matt,
wheat
Wait, so
flour.
you went to the
Matt.
store for the peaches.
And
Wait,
you couldn't replace with native
couldn't
Texan
get-
flour.
You couldn't get flour while you were at the store
You
already?
moved flour from California to Texas.
Honestly, though,
We moved pandemic flour from
Dude,
California.
I just-
to
Yeah.
Texas.
All I
as
hope-
someone who cooks quite often, things like
Oh.
flour are very difficult to remember at the grocery store. When you
Hmm.
think of a recipe, the things that should just always be at your house,
Yeah.
you never fucking check. You don't think about it. And then when you're actually fucking making it, you're like, oh, fuck, I need flour.
yeah. Well, I just hope the chef from AAA isn't listening because he'd be so
He'd be
upset.
devastated.
Yeah.
His name is apparently Scotty Scott, which I don't know if that's his real name, but
Oh my
that's
god, that's a
That's
made
what
up
it says
name.
right here. So we got to a certain point in the cooking process where even before it was in the oven, Julie could turn it upside down and it wouldn't pour out. Like it was like rock hard. And I was like, maybe it'll be like a good breakfast bar. I don't know. Let me just tell you guys, it did not turn out well.
So this is a story about you guys getting what you deem to be subpar peach cobbler and attempting to fix it and fucking it up worse than the subpar peach cobbler.
Chef on Delay is about my food experiences, and I'm sharing with you an honest food experience. We tried to make a peach cobbler, and it did not turn out well, and most of it is my fault.
What's the over under on the amount of people that tried to make peach cobbler out of that AAA recipe in that magazine? How many people do you think read that
Dude,
magazine? And
Scotty
attempted-
Scott
Enough
that
people.
doesn't even think anybody's gonna make it.
My apologies,
That's Lou
Scotty
the intern. They're just like, hey man, we need to fill this space out. Write something.
There
Yeah.
might be dozens of them, Kaylin. There might be.
And let me tell you, the filling was actually pretty damn good. Like the peach filling was pretty good, but the whole wheat flour crust, just
The fact that you took that all the way to Texas is
Yeah, dude.
I want a whole segment on like shit that Matt took to Texas.
Me too.
that no sane person
pantry
should have.
edition.
yeah.
I like
Oh,
this. I like this
well,
segment. Yeah.
Open flour. Didn't you also take open dog food?
It was cat food, and it emptied out all over our car. And to this day, I still find years old cat food pebbles. Anyway, that's what's on the menu. Not the cat food, but the cobbler.
Bravo. Bravo, Matt. And
AAA,
yeah,
you are not getting a Michelin star.
we yeah, AAA. Sorry, Scotty Scott. But and Matt, we appreciate your candor. As
If that's really his name, do we like that guy?
well, I like Marky Mark, so I can't hate on Scotty Scott.
That's true.
All right, now it's time for our final seggy o the day. We got the flicking the bean.
We all want to know what they your opinion's what we need. So Kaylin, get on that mic.
the bean.
Oh, Kaylin, flick the bean.
Respect all women.
and this is the official title,
Ooh.
Guy Ritchie's The Covenant.
What?
It's called Guy Ritchie's The Covenant. It's not
Kaylin,
The
we've been
Covenant
texting about Evil Dead for like a week.
That's coming. Don't worry. Evil Dead is coming. But yeah, I'm doing this one first. I rented this one. Okay. I didn't even wait for streaming. I went ahead
You
and
talking $19.99 rental or $5.99 rental?
oh, you know, I'm not going $19.99.
Based off of the story Kaylin told me,
$19.99, but then I waited for it to drop to $5.99, and then
based off the story Kaylin told us before the mic seated up, it's a $5.99 rental. Yeah.
And it's because I have a gift card too. I got a gift card, so that's why I've been renting
tracks.
Getting down to $0 rental, baby.
Yeah, I still got like 30 on it. We'll see how it goes. Yep, of course, written and directed by Guy Ritchie. That's a given. It stars Jake Gyllenhaal and Dar Salim. I think.
Us you?
No, that's Doslim from Street Fighter.
It's 2 hours.
Mike Dawson, he's on the show.
And he stars in The Covenant. 2 hours long, cost $55 million and made 21 at the box office. 84% with the critics, 98% with the audience on Rotten Tomatoes. Gyllenhaal plays a sergeant during the war in Afghanistan. He gets injured and the local interpreter carries him across miles of treacherous terrain. I never even watched a trailer for this movie. I didn't feel like I had to. Ritchie's Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, I'm fucking in. It's the Afghanistan war. But it didn't seem like Guy Ritchie's typical style, you know, Snatch, Lock, Stock, Man of Wrath, Gentleman. They all have this like formula where it's like, you know, action movies that have kind of hidden, you know, there's stuff hidden from the audience that is then revealed later, and there's kind of a twist. And
yeah, he has a style.
You're very right, Kaylin. And if you look at his flops, it always departs from that formula.
Okay, maybe I haven't seen enough of his flops. But this one definitely does depart from that formula. And I thought it was very refreshing. I could tell this wasn't going to be that. Like before, there's no way that style is going to translate to like Afghanistan war movie. Like I just knew it wasn't going to be like that, and I thought it was refreshing. I wasn't trying to like kind of guess what happens or figure out what's going on in the background. It took kind of a minute for the action to get going, but once it does not stop for a while. I mean, it's a really well-made original kind of cat and mouse chase type of movie. Gyllenhaal's fantastic as always. The guy who plays the interpreter is really good. The directing is great. It's not over the top violent. It's, you know, more seemingly realistic violence. Chris approved. You could even go ahead and watch this one. It's a great movie. Like it's really good. I loved it. It's original. It's kind of a new take on the setting of like Afghanistan war movie. I hadn't really seen one like this before.
Is it like a war movie though? Like Black Hawk Down? It's like a war movie.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
It's Marines, and they're
okay.
It's Gyllenhaal's a sergeant, and he commands a team where they go look for like IED factories where they make explosives and stuff.
Sweet. Yeah.
And that's like the beginning of it. And it's just, you know, it's not too long, it's not too short. It's simple. It's like it's really simple. It's kind of like, yeah, they're running. It's like I guess it's kind of like Lone Survivor in a way, you know. It's a little bit similar to that. Like we're out of our element here. We need to get the fuck out of here, and we are outmanned right now. But yeah, it's definitely much different than Lone Survivor. It's definitely its own thing.
Why is Guy Ritchie putting his name in the titles? Is he ready to do that yet? Is he allowed to do that?
Well, I read on Wikipedia earlier that there was already a movie named The Covenant, and so he changed it to Guy Ritchie's The Covenant, so there wasn't any confusion about the movie. So there you go.
I agree with Chris though. Like you need to be like Walt Disney. Like it needs to be like posthumously. Yeah. That's the right word. Like
even
Walt
Tarantino doesn't do that.
Yeah, maybe he's done that before. I don't know if he has.
I don't think
but
so.
You're right. It seems weird. It does seem weird.
Well, it was actually originally supposed to be called The Interpreter, and then he changed it to The Covenant.
That's also a movie.
But Guy Ritchie's The Covenant.
It's sort of the same thing when a lot of people like below the line get upset when somebody says like a film by whatever, like a film by Darren Aronofsky, let's just say, like it's not just one person, like so many people worked on this movie. So to call it like Guy Ritchie's whatever,
it should be called
is maybe discounting the work of all those other craftspeople.
Yeah, it should be called Guy Ritchie's team's The Covenant.
Exactly.
If it makes you feel any better, he has another movie that's already been announced, and his name is not in the title, so he's not going to just start doing this for everything.
But look, or just call it The Covenant, or call it The Covenant, or
Call it
something.
The Covenant.
Yeah.
The Covenant.
That's a
01.
way better title.
Or call it
Call
The
it
underscore Covenant. Like,
Covenant
do
Part
something.
2.
Just make it a little different. You can figure it out.
Yeah,
There's 2
Covenant
Man
with
of
a
the
K.
Houses. There's 2 Rocket Man.
Yeah.
We can differentiate.
Use the @ symbol instead of the A in Covenant.
There you go.
At the Covenant.
Yeah.
But then they got to
At
use
the Covenant 69.
at the Covenant.
So, Kalen,
Yeah.
what type of popcorn does this movie remind you of?
That was a very good point.
Well, I first have to say that I could see how some people may not be too fond of kind of the climax of the movie. I'm not going to spoil anything, of course, but I could see some people not really liking the choice that was made.
Let me guess, the interpreter lives and makes a lot of money.
I'm not going to say anything. But I will say I fucking loved it. I was smiling from ear to ear when it went down. And so, yeah, you can't go wrong with this one. It is
Sweet.
flickable 9 out of 10 beams.
Whoa.
Damn.
Some big
Jeez.
score.
This is nearing daughter territory.
Yeah.
Yeah, very close. Very close to
Um,
daughter being born.
Yeah, better than popcorn. I will say better than popcorn. And I'm trying
It is.
to look for, something that's a little name brand, something we all know and love, but
Cobbler, perhaps.
a little different. Something change up. You're not really expecting this in the lineup. So yeah, I went with the Filet-O-Fish. Definitely. Filet-O-Fish.
Has anyone
Don't
ever had a
expect that.
9.0 fillet of fish though?
I've never had a fillet of
Oh,
fish.
Filet-O-Fish is easy 9.0. I would put that as my either number 2 or tied number 2 on the whole McDonald's menu.
He'd
Behind
put that
the
up against the birth of his daughters any day of the week.
Yeah.
Wow. Quiet.
Filet fishes are good.
They're
I like them.
fucking awesome.
They get their own.
Never
They have
had
their
one.
own bun.
Yeah, and the tartar sauce. I don't get enough tartar sauce in my life, and I love tartar sauce. There's
Yeah.
really not much application for it outside of seafood, though, which is disappointing.
Yes. All right. Filet of fish. Another thing with a weird name. So boom, there you go. It makes sense. So great review, Kalen. And yeah, maybe I will check it out if it is Chris approved. Is Evil Dead Chris approved?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll check out Evil Dead as well. Can't wait to hear that one. All right. Well, anyway, that was Watercooler, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with us this week. We'll do another Patreon episode later. But why don't we go around the room now and get our plugs in? I'll start over there in Austin, Texas. Matt, what do you suggest everybody check out?
Well, you should check out our Patreon. If you're not already subscribed, patreon.com/watercooler. Great way to support all of us here working on the show. And it's twice as much show and all the archives. And as discussed on the next Patreon, we're going to go through the 25 movie nights that we have held and see who had the best set of movies. Spoiler alert, probably not me, but I can't wait to hear it.
No, spoiler alert, it's not you.
Yeah.
It's not you, Matt.
I don't think it is, but that's fine. Also, True Crime World. I got a couple shows. One's called The Presumption. We're breaking down a lot of true crime cases from the defense point of view, which is rather unique. And Sword
Yeah.
and Scale.
Who has a podcast with a defense attorney?
I've never heard of one, so you should check out The
Yeah,
Presumption.
what the heck's going on? Are you guys rivals now? What is this?
No,
If we are, then I'm terrible at it.
we're
You know what I
best
don't like
friends.
about Matt's new podcast, The Presumption? So they put their videos up on YouTube. I'm looking, and Matt is on the show. So if you like Matt, he's talking on the show. Matt, he dresses to the nines for the show. He's always wearing like a button-up shirt with a collar when he's talking to these people. Look at this. He's wearing a Hunger Dome shirt with like.
Well, I
David
guess
the
that is-
President.
Oh my god, that
That is
shirt is so
branding.
much more well kept than mine. It's just so faded you can't even like see it anymore.
Yeah. Why are you dressing up for them, Matt? What about us?
I don't want to dress up for the other one either, but I don't know. just feel like.
And now, when you dress up, is it just the top?
You know what? I think it's more because like this
Yeah,
is
he's
just like
Winnie the
us
Pooh.
chilling. There's like guests and stuff that like, I don't- like we
we'll be
literally had
respectful.
like some fucking like federal defense attorney on that was like a very impressive person. I just feel weird not dressing up a little bit more for that.
Yeah, but you can confirm you're Winnie the Poohing it.
Yeah.
Don't make me stand up, Gary. Don't make me stand up.
That's really what I want to know. But yeah, if you like Matt, hear him talk more on that show. And then Gary, what do you got?
I would similarly tell people to check out our Patreon, patreon.com/watercooler. There's a comment coming up in this week's episode that says, what's the tier that I have to subscribe to get Gary? And it really bummed me out. But it was very funny. But it, you know, I think that I think the four of you know, and I'm sure most of the audience gets it too, that there's nowhere I would rather be than here for all of the content that I can be. And I just, sometimes life gets in the way, but I'm trying as hard as I can to be here for as much as I can. And that was a very funny comment, and it definitely made me smile and then made me sad. I went through a whole range of emotions. Bravo to that gentleman. I don't remember who it was.
Well, we'll go over it,
but we'll hear it tomorrow, I'm sure.
Yeah,
So
love it.
check that out, and that's a great way to support us. So thank you guys as always.
Don't you have a legal podcast you want to promote?
I'm only concerned with the interest of the main stuff. So you'd like to check out Reasonable Doubt, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Reasonable Doubt podcast. But go check out our Patreon. That's what's most important.
Boom. There we go. Doss, how about you?
Jody Miller, my friend, is working out her upcoming comedy special that she's gonna do at the Ice House like next month. But she's working it out at the Comedy Chateau on Friday night.
Ooh.
And she asked me to open for her.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'll do
Nice.
a longer
Congrats,
set
man.
on Friday night. And Jody is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
So that's Friday night, 7:30 in North Hollywood.
Love Jody. And yeah, all right, this Friday, Comedy Chateau. Chateau.
Chateau.
Yeah, definitely check it out. And yeah, as Dawson said, Jody is hilarious, and can't wait to see what comes with this special too. She's very well deserving, and yeah, just so gifted. All right,
Well, you can get
Kim,
the special on Friday night. You get
Yeah.
the whole special. She's doing it.
she's gonna do it. Yeah,
So
check it out. And she's very lovely. Kim, what's up with you?
Join our Facebook group.
Ooh.
It's a good time. You'll have a lot of fun on there. And if you live in the Los Angeles area and you have a fish pond, turtle pond, or water feature that you need help taking care of, go up and hit up Sunland Water Gardens. They'll help you out with that, and they might even call me to do it. So
Woo!
go ahead and check out
Yes!
Sunland Water Gardens, located in Sunland, California, for all of your pond needs.
That was a good plug, man. I'm really excited. It's about time you plugged Sunland Water
Still working
Gardens.
on those shirts for you guys. So
Please,
that's
we'll
gonna be-
all wear them. We will do a show where we all wear them. I'm not kidding. I speak for all of us. All right. And as for me, my band is playing at On the Rocks in Long Beach July 15th. It's a Saturday. We're playing all night long, and then we
Lionel Ritchie song?
I know. Damn it! I realized right after I said that. I'm really making a promise here. And then Sunday the 23rd, we're playing at Perks in Huntington Beach. So yeah, come out to either one of those. We'll have a good old time. And that will do it for Watercooler. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with us. We will see you later this week for Patreon. We love you. Goodbye.